Alright, so today we're going to talk about a couple things that we've touched on briefly, some of them, and some of them we hadn't touched at all. Okay? But to start off with, we're going to talk about parallel lines. Okay? And we've talked about parallel lines, and so everybody in here knows what a parallel line is, right?
Yeah.
Alright, somebody define parallel line for me. Yes, ma'am.
Two or more lines in the same plane that do not intersect
Okay.
one another.
Very important that you understand this. A parallel line is two or more. So could it be four?
Yes.
Could it be three?
Yes.
Can it be two?
Yes.
Can it be one?
No.
No. Two or more lines in the same plane. They have to be in the same plane. So you can't have a line right here in a line over there because this is a plane and that's a plane. Even though these two lines do not cross, they are not parallel because they're not in the same plane. So there are two or more lines in the same plane and they never intersect each other. That is the definition to parallel lines. So it's two or more lines, same plane, never intersect. And y'all are very fortunate that y'all can get on Canvas and see all these definitions, but to our audience that can't get on our Canvas, we're defining these words for them, okay? Because I know who built this lesson in Canvas. He's a good friend of mine. It would be this guy. Okay? I know who built that lesson. Alright? So, now we talk about parallel lines. So, M and L are said to be parallel to each other. Because they never intersect each other. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Okay, and then we talk about skew lines. What's the definition of skew lines? Yes, ma'am.
Two lines in different planes that never intersect.
Okay, two lines in different planes, two or more lines in different planes that never intersect each other. So it'd be two or more lines. Instead of same plane, we're going to put different plane. And never intersect. So we got line L right here, and over here we got line N. Well, they're not going to intersect each other, are they? No. But they're not parallel because this is a plane and that's a plane. So they're in two different planes. So they're not parallel to each other, they're skewed. They're called skew lines. Okay? Alright? Then we talk about this definition we talked about before. What's perpendicular mean? I don't know if that is on there or not.
It's not.
What's the word perpendicular mean? Remember, a perpendicular line does what? Number one, it does what?
Touch.
It crosses. Okay, it intersects. Okay, that's the number one thing. So it's two lines that intersect. Two lines intersect. And it does something else. When it intersects, it does what? It forms what?
The shape.
It forms a T, okay? But what do we know about that T? The angle formed is what? It's 90 degrees, okay? It forms right angles. So it's two lines intersect and form 90-degree angles, okay? Then the last definition we have today is a transversal. Okay, what does it say transversal is?
A line that intersects two or more coplanar lines.
There we go. That's all I need to know.
You have to do it like that though.
Okay, my apologies. So a transversal is a line that intersects two or more lines. That's all you need to know. Okay, it's a line that intersects two or more lines. Okay? What's most important today is that you know what parallel lines are and that you know what a transversal is. Okay? Because all your work today will be with a parallel line and a transversal. And this is what a transversal looks like. We turn our video here. This is what a transversal looks like. So we got M and L, and they're parallel to each other, and they're in the same plane. They're never going to cross each other. Okay? Then I got this transversal. And this transversal comes down through here, and we'll call this T. Now that fits the definition to a transversal. It is a line that intersects two or more parallel lines. So it's intersecting two or more parallel lines here. Okay? It doesn't form 90-degree angles. It can, however. So a perpendicular line can also be a transversal. But in this case, it is not perpendicular. It is just a line that dropped through two parallel lines. Okay? Now there's 8 angles formed when that happens. There's at least 8 angles formed. I want y'all to draw this, and then we're going to label those 8 angles. Okay? And all we're going to do is put numbers on them. This will be angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to have that for you to understand what these next definitions are. What's what?
Why is it numbered like that?
Why is it numbered like that? Because I want it numbered like that. You can number it however you want to. Okay. Alright, first thing formed is called corresponding angles. Okay, and corresponding is exactly what it means, what it sounds like. What does it sound like to y'all? Corresponding angles.
It's responding to something else.
It's responding to something else. Never thought of it that way. Okay.
Well, you
I know I asked. So this is how I define corresponding. And I know it's got a definition online, a correct definition. Corresponding angles are angles that are in the same spot on different levels. Okay? And what I mean by that is this. Angle 1 and angle 5 are in the same spot, aren't they? So if I cut this in half, if I cut that in half, and I got this, and I got this, that and that are in the same spot, right? 4 and 8 are in the same spot, right? 2 and 6 are in the same spot, right? 3 and 7 are in the same spot. That's what I mean when I say corresponding. They're in the same spot, but on different levels. Okay? So I'm going to write same spot, different levels. Okay? So angle 1 correspond, here, I'll do this. Angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 2 and angle 6.
3.
And angle 3 and angle 7.
She has the key.
This is the.
No, the teacher was right there. The lady in the office.
Girl, I'm a dang what a
Keep
man
my
I need.
knees.
Oh. I know you know. Oh, God, why they let us retake our photos?
I like my
Oh,
phone.
they let it out alone.
Alright, there we go.
My phone is good.
Okay, well.
Alright? What you need to know about corresponding angles, put your phones up. What you need to know about corresponding angles is that they are equal to each other. So if angle 1 equals 60, what's angle 5 equal? 60. If angle 4 equals 120, what's angle 8 equal? 120. So not only are they corresponding, they're also equal to each other. So those are all equal to each other right there. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. And angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay? All right. Any questions about corresponding angles? All right. Next thing. I'm going to do this. I have an interior and I have an exterior when I have two parallel lines cut by a transversal. And this is how I look at this. If I put dotted lines down here, I have a box. And this is the inside of the box. And this is the outside, and this is the outside. Well, in mathematics, we don't say inside, outside. We say interior of the box, and we say exterior of the box. Okay? Everybody got that? So, the next one is alternate interior angles. So they alternate. So this is how I define this. I don't know what the correct definition for it is. I don't really care. In my definition, they are caddy corner angles. So what's caddy corner to 4? 6. What's caddy corner to 3? 5. Okay? So I'm going to write caddy corner angles. Caddy corner angles. So angle 4 and angle 6 and angle 3 and angle 5. Those are your alternate interior angles. And what you need to know about alternate interior angles, guess what? They're equal also. So angle 4 and angle 6 are the same measure. Angle 3 and angle 5 are the same measure. Okay? So I can also say that angle 4 is equal to angle 6 and angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Okay?
Man, I thought that was the fly messing with my head.
Interior. Okay, then we have alternate exterior angles, and these are caddy corner angles that are located on the outside.
So it should be like 2
Yep.
and 1 is 7.
Yep.
That's good.
Caddy corner exterior angles.
And they both equal.
Okay? So with angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8. That don't even look like an 8. That's crazy. All right? And the great thing about those is that they are equal to also. So you got 3 sets right here that are equal to each other. So I can say angle 1 is equal to angle 7, and angle 2 is equal to angle 8. All right. So the next angles are consecutive interior. So we know we're talking about 4 angles here. They're on the inside. 4, 5, 6, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Those are the ones we're talking about. Consecutive interior angles, also known as same side interior angles. They have to be on the same side of the line. They cannot cross a line. Okay? They don't share a fence. Okay? So 4 and 5 are on the same side, right? Well, these would be called consecutive interior angles. 3 and 6 are on the same side, correct?
Mhm.
Those would be called consecutive interior angles. Okay, does everybody understand that? Or same side interior angles. And that's why I wrote that down, because that's another name for it that defines it. Okay? And what you need to know about consecutive interior angles is this. If I was to take angle 4 and add it to angle 5, I get 180 degrees. They are not equal to each other. They are not equal to each other. So if I take angle 4 and I add it to angle 5, I get 180 degrees. So if this one is 60, what's this one? 180 minus 60 is what? 120. I didn't know who's gonna have a calculator. Okay? And then if I add 3 to 6, I get what? 180 degrees. So angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. Okay? Anybody have any questions about those 4 things? Anybody have any questions about parallel lines, skew lines, perpendicular lines, or transversals? Okay, so your day's assignment, before you start, I'm gonna tell you something after I stop the video. Today's assignment is Unit 3, Day 1, in Canvas. Okay, I know who built it, this guy.